Hey guys, so I have a big update on the Corvette as of a major update. So for those of you who don't know what the Corvette is, my dad bought me a 1985, sorry I didn't think about that for a second, not a 1985 C4 Corvette. He bought it as a project car for me to try because at the time I thought I might want a project car. We had an 83 Mustang at the time that I was working on, and Dad said, hey, let's get this Corvette as a secondary project. So we did. $1,500, we bought it, it didn't crank. It just clicked. Well, later we realized the motor was locked up. So we tried unlocking it, and when that failed, we pulled the motor out of it. I met with a good friend of mine now, I met him then, Brighton Summers, who sold us his truck that had a LS in it. It was a 99 Chevy 1500, I think it was. So we pulled the LS motor out of there, and we put it in the Corvette. Well, that's kind of the last you ever really heard about that car. I said I was gonna be working on it again, and I did. I did a lot of stuff to it, but like, I kind of lost interest in that car because I feel like I bit off a little bit more than I could chew on that thing. I have no idea how to do an engine swap, especially something that's not supposed to be where it is. So it didn't really go very well. So I talked to Dad about it. Dad said that if I sold the car, he would not be upset about that because he just wanted the car for me to learn something. I thought it was a complete failure because I didn't get to run. Dad said look at it some other ways. You learn something, and I also found out that what I learned is, first off, I suck at doing that. Second off, I met one of my now best friends through that car. Without that car, I wouldn't have the OBS Idiots. I probably wouldn't have my cameras because I got my cameras because I was filming the OBS Idiots. So the car did a lot for me, whether it was running or not. That car had a big, huge part in my life. Anyway, my dad decided to list the car, and someone hit us up. They wanted to trade for another car. Now, keep in mind, at this point, our Mustang is gone. The Mustang had some engine problems, and we gave it to a friend because he liked the car, and he's been nothing but good to us, so we gave him the car because he wanted it. Corvette is for sale, not running. We don't have any kind of cars to have fun with, so we want to get rid of this, take the money, and just go buy a working C4. That was our original plan. Someone hit us up and offered us a car, plus he wanted us to trade him the Corvette plus $3,500 for a car. So we sent some pictures of the Corvette to the guy. He sent us pictures of this car, some videos, and he did a lot of stuff with this car. This is a project car at the very, very end of its project. The Corvette was a project car at its very beginning. He wanted another project, and he actually said in his listing for the car he wanted a GM project. So we wanted a project that Dad and I could do together that wasn't too overwhelming, like engine work. Something like it needs windows fixed, needs interior parts, needs to be cleaned. Something that was small for us to maybe work our way up to something bigger, or just for us to have a little bit of fun with, playing with, and then sell it or something. Well, here is what we got. A 1990 Fox body Mustang. Yes, I know. A lot of people are going to be like, why would you trade a Corvette for a Mustang? Well, first off, this Mustang runs and drives. It is also a 5-speed manual with a short shifter on it. This car has had a lot of modifications done to it, and it sounds incredible. I seem tall, but I like to be a little closer to you.
So you're good with this thing?
That is awesome.
Well, honestly, it's in beautiful shape. I mean, we still want.
So as you saw in that clip, this car sounds amazing. Right now, the exhaust is actually right here. These are Cherry Bomb exhausts. It's running open headers right now, which is why it's so loud. When we brought it home, we turned it on, and my dad revved it, and the neighbor said that he could hear things on his wall shaking, which is impressive. So this car has had a lot done to it. It's been completely repainted. This is the 7-Up Mustang. So it's just a certain type of green. It's pretty cool though. It is a convertible. This transmission actually came out of an SN95 Mustang. So this still needs a lot of work done to it. These windows roll down, but not very well. They're electric. The control panel there does not roll the rear ones down at all. So I gotta figure out what's going on with that. It needs a radio, and it just needs little things here and there. Like, it's missing underneath the dash. That needs to be fixed. It might need a fuel gauge, and the motor for the top is not working. I don't know if it's not hooked up or whatever else. Here is the engine. It is a crate motor from Ford. It is a 302, so it's still a 5.0. They took this motor, they built it up, put it in a Bronco, and then after a while, like 10,000 miles, they took it out of the Bronco, put it in here, and put a bigger motor inside the Bronco. Now, there's a whole long list of things that was done to this car. I don't even know everything that was done to it. But the guy built the whole thing up and then just never drove it. So all the brand new parts are 100% brand new. We took this car around the block, and that was the longest this car has ever been driven while it was built. That being said, this car needs a lot of work. The engine has a bigger cam in it, as you saw in that video. So it has a brand new cam in it. It's got new injectors. It's got all this fancy stuff in it. As you see, cold air intake, fuel pressure gauge, new throttle body. I mean, it's got all this new stuff in it, and it was never tuned. So it needs to be tuned, because as we were driving it, it was stalling pretty easily, just because it's not used to this. So we're gonna get it tuned, gonna get it cleaned, gonna get the interior put back together, and then the car should be done. Another good thing is when we got this, now you can't see it because my dad drove it and spun out pretty easily in it because this thing has a lot of power, but there's still stickers on the tires. These were all the way on, like I said, until my dad did a burnout and scraped them all off. But these still have, again, they're taken off now because we were driving it, but these are brand new tires, brand new rims. They're so glossy. These are the original stickers on every tire. Everything is completely brand new on this car. There was about $12,000 put into this car. Brand new custom center console. All these seats were reupholstered. I mean, it looks fabulous. And since we drove to him to get the car, he threw in another set of brand new wheels and tires. I mean, I shouldn't say brand new. The wheels are not brand new. Those are the stock rims. But the tires are brand new. I mean, look at this. These are completely brand new. So we now have multiple sets of tires for this car that we don't know what to do with. So we might turn one of them into a burnout set of tires. Because like I said, this thing is really, really powerful. Every time my dad just tapped the gas, it would immediately slide out, which is pretty cool. So we need a new name for this project. I'm thinking something like Project Crowd Control, because I think that'd be pretty funny. I know I stole that from Chris Fix, but it's a Mustang, because it's pretty funny. So we need a name for this thing and a project name. If y'all want to list that in the comments, I would love to hear all of them, and I will definitely take them all into consideration. So this is our brand new 1990 Mustang, completely rebuilt. All this work's been done to it, been repainted and everything. And we traded the Corvette for it. So someone is gonna have a lot more fun with that car than we had with it. This car runs and drives. This is something a little easier for us to handle. Like I said, in my opinion, I think I failed in that car because I didn't know what I was doing with it. I just thought it'd be a lot easier than it really was. But let's go with a Mustang. So did I really fail or did I win?